Remember, we are the media now, and for that, we the people are responsible. So, hold on. Thanks for joining me. This is Linda, and I just wanted to check in regarding the Jurisdictionary call, one of 12, and it lasted a bit longer, quite a bit longer than any of us anticipated, but it was great. Dr. Graves gave a great speech in the beginning, and then it was opened up to questions and answers. And I just wanted to check in before calling it a night. I think everybody should probably have the How to Win in Court course and study it and create study groups with one another and use social media to link together and have accountability buddies. Law isn't easy. It really isn't easy, and we've got some serious challenges in America and around the world. The strategies are applicable to probably law in most countries around the world. The question and answer period was handled by some volunteers, and they all did a great job. One of the things that I noticed about it is it really emphasized the need for we the people, particularly here in America, to better understand how our court system works. Nobody's coming to save us. That's the real deal. I took a lot of notes and probably do a blog on them, but there were about 300 people on the call. And I got this new, it's called a Remarkable 2, and it's like paper, but it's a tablet. So some of the things that the topic was evidence and admissible evidence. There's just so much that we need to know if we're going to be able to move the courts. We can't rely on attorneys, and if you hire an attorney, you also need to know more, because you can't just turn your will and your life over to the care of an attorney. You just can't. It just doesn't make sense. So what else we talk about? Public legal education is what's needed. The kids need to be taught this. One of the things Dr. Graves said in his discussion was that the simplicity of the course is at about 8th grade education level. Now, I have some disabilities, and I found it a little bit challenging, and I'm still finding it challenging, but it has still given me a basis to move from. I've hired attorneys throughout the course of my litigation with the insurance carrier and paralegals, and nobody's represented me, but I've had consults with various firms and people, and I've tried hiring people on Upwork. It's not easy. You have to know what you're doing if you have a legal situation. And one of my big takeaways from today's call was people who are not in litigation really need the course How to Win in Court. Because when you're in the throes of litigation, there are so many moving pieces. You would really wish that you knew what you were doing beforehand. I think about the people in Florida with Hurricane Ian, and the fact that lawyers who are going to be able and willing to help within the statute of limitations are probably few and far between. Then you have the public adjusters who will step up and do the best they can. But again, they're not attorneys. I would love to see the public adjuster world taking this course, how to win in court, and even find a way to share it with your clients or your potential clients. Because if you want to win in court, you have to know what you're doing. That's another one of my takeaways from today. So let me look at some of my other notes. Hold on. Okay. Let me pause. Hold on. Oh. Pausing. Okay, so we talked about the need for public legal education, and Jurisdictionary believes that the problems that we're having here in the U.S., it can be repaired, and How to Win in Court course is part of the answer. We talked about evidence and how evidence defeats and I'm not sure what that means. Evidence defeats something. Proof is proof, and admitted stuff is admitted stuff, and evidence is not proof. So there's just a whole lot about admitted evidence, and that's part of how we have to win. The wisdom of justice is necessary. We have to teach the world peace and prosperity. Only you can stop tyranny. It won't stop itself. That's certainly something to think about. Okay. And there were a lot of people from all around the US and Canada. There's a Telegram group that you can join I think it's probably limited to members or people, students of the course, How to Win in Court. Take the course before you need it. You can check out people's names and questions. There were so many heartbreaking questions that are life-changing situations when you don't know what you're doing. And none of us are taught this in school, and some of us wait till we're in a mess before we can start looking into, gosh, we can't find lawyers to help us, so we have to do it ourselves, and it can be a little bit complicated. It can be very complicated. This new remarkable thing, not so remarkable when it's changing pages here. Okay, public legal education. Division is our enemy. So I won't ramble here. I'm kind of tired, but it was a great call. There's going to be 11 more calls, and I will look forward to the replay. Particularly, I want you to hear what Dr. Graves had to say in the opening statements. All right, and that's it from me. God bless America, and remember, we are the media now, and for that, we are responsible. Take care. Love one another.